Hey Board Game Maniacs, Maniac Rob here to bring you another exciting unboxing slash gameplay video from none other than Uncaged World Fighters. This game is phenomenal. What is this, do you ask? This game is none other than an MMA card game where you battle one-on-one, or you can play more than that if you want. But this core game, it allows you to play, it's a two-player game for this core game. It battles, one fighter against the other in none other than the steel cage where you do some combos, some punches, and some kicks. And grappling, so you can do some ground and pound. It's a phenomenal game. I was at the Fan Expo Canada, and this was in Toronto, Ontario. I met up with the guys who made this game. I played the game and instantaneously I was hooked just like that because this game is so much fun to play. It is made by Zemind Games. Now you can go to Zemind Games by going to ZemindGames.com and you can see all the other games that they do make. And if you click on the upper right hand side under games, you will see Uncaged World Fighter. You can click on it and there'll be a link there that will direct you to their Kickstarter campaign that is running right now. And in that Kickstarter campaign, you can get the core game as well as expansions for this game. Totally excited about this. We're going to do a battle report on just the core game itself. We're going to do an unboxing, see what's in this. And we're going to go right into the battle afterwards so that you can see me, Maniac Rob, fight against my wife, Maniac Shelly, and go head to head into the steel cage and see which one becomes victorious in this epic battle. So stay by, let's set up the camera, let's open this lovely box, see what's inside, and then go right to the battle afterwards. Bam! There you have it. Uncaged World Fighters by Zemind Games, ZemindGames.com, and you can check them out, click on the link and go to the Kickstarter for this phenomenal game. I'm excited about this. So let's rip this baby open and see what's inside. It is a very small game, and before that you can see awesome artwork. They have two of the fighters that you can be in the core box set. It's a 14+ rating, two-player game, and roughly about 30 minutes to play this game. Incredible. And on the back, it gives a little bit of information too as well, but without further ado, let's rip this open and see what's inside. What? First off, you see none other than the most important part, well, one of the most important parts. The whole game is important, but this is your rule book. And as always, let's see how many pages in this rule book. And there is a total of 16 pages in this rule book. Very small rule book. Very easy to pick up. When I played this game at Fan Expo in Toronto, Canada, we started playing it and it didn't take no time at all to pick up on this to play. Incredible game. So you can see really cool artwork here. It has the overview, the contents, and in the box you get 50 move cards, 4 fighter cards, 1 level change card, and the game manual. Watch the video tutorial at www.uncaged-cards.com so you can check that out too as well. As again, age range 14+, 2 players. Now, let's just flip through here. Gives you the game outline, how to win the game, choosing your fighter, so on and so on. It also tells you what each of these icons mean onto the fighter cards or onto the attack cards too as well. We'll go over that more into detail. It also shows you right here the score sheet, how to keep track of your score. Very important, I have to say. Now on top of that, let's just keep going. You can see some rear naked choke here. There's this is the indicator card if you're going to either fight standing up or if you bring it to the mat for some ground and pound. Your first combo. Again, this may only be 16 pages, but it's 16 pages of goodness, which gives you all of the main information that you need to play this game and to win. So let's go and see what lovely goodness is inside of this. Usually they have, which is the scorecard. With this scorecard, you have player 1 name versus player 2 name. You have the round 1. So each round is broken up into 4 combos that you can do. Every player, the cards will have a certain amount of hit points that they have. For the core game, each fighter, you get 4 fighters that you can choose from, and they are 20 hit points to start, and you also have 3 stamina. We'll go over what stamina means later on during this game too as well for the unboxing. And total round damage you can put at the bottom, and it's broken up, the game's broken into 3 rounds. with 4 combos each round, so it gives you 12 combos in total, and then you put down the winner. Now this here is the score sheet. It gives you lots of score sheets that you can see, and they are double-sided, which is really cool. So you're not going to run into these in any time soon unless you play the game a lot, which I'm planning on doing because this game is awesome. Let's see what else is here. You can see the game is very neatly packaged. It has the separators. So you have 2 different types of card decks. One is your attack and one is your defense deck. And you have, these are your character cards. In the core game, you get 4 characters. Let's look at the characters. So we have Ray, Henry, Phyla, and Catherine. Now, each one of these have different, I keep saying different, blah! Each one of these have different fighting abilities or special abilities that are listed on the card. So you can see here for Ray, this icon is lightning bolt. It is your stamina, which is 3. When we do the battle report, it will explain it more what this is, and this is very important. So pretty much just to sum up what your stamina is during the gameplay for each round, you get 8 cards, 5 around the table and 3 in your hand. The 3 in your hand is represented for your stamina. Now, during the gameplay, some attack cards, you have to burn through cards or stamina in your hand, or when a player plays it, it makes you burn through ones or you're going to suffer more penalty or more damage. You also have the heart, which is your hit points. The core game, each character is the same as opposed to how much stamina you have and also how many hit points. Each of the 4 are 20. For the expansions that you can get for this game, you can get ones that are middleweight and heavyweight too as well. These will probably be considered lightweight because they have your base, which is 3 stamina and 20 hit points. Your middleweight, I think, is 25 for your hit points and 2 for stamina. Your heavyweight is only 1 stamina and 30 hit points. So they're a little tougher, but they don't have as much stamina because they're bigger. Now, on top of that, for each character card, you have special abilities. I'm not going to read every special ability on this card, but I'll just talk about Ray for now. So in the text here, it says, each time you succeed, change to the ground level. So each time you successfully change to the ground level, inflict +2 damage to your opponent. And it has a little saying what he tells you. Come find me when you wake up. That's right. So everyone has special abilities that they can do, which will come in effect when you play the game, like Catherine here too as well. I'm going to be playing against Shelly, BoardGameManiacs Shelly. I don't know what character she's going to pick. She may pick Ray. I don't know yet. But no matter who it is that she picks, we're going to find out who is going to be victorious. So that is the 4 core characters you get in the core game for Uncaged World Fighter. Let's go on and look at the rest of the cards. Next card you're looking at is your level changer card. What that simply means is, just like any other MMA battle that goes on, you start off by standing up and, fighting back and forth. Now, it's almost inevitable that during the game in an MMA fight, I should say, you will go to the ground where you do some ground and pound. There's some cards that will let you grapple. They're called grappling cards, that you can take your opponent to the ground to inflict more damage, but they're able to counter it and possibly stop you from taking to the ground to keep you standing up fighting. So you have to strategically pick what fighting cards you're going to choose. Try to make up a plan of how you're going to attack your opponent and knock them down to 0 hit points so that you win the game. That is your level changer card, standing up and on the ground to the mat. Next and finally is 2 types of cards. These are your defense cards and these are your attack cards. Red attack, blue defense. Now you have a good amount of cards in here to choose from, and when you play this game, what you're going to do is you deal out at the beginning of each round the first combo. You start off with full stamina, which is 3 for the core, so you're going to get 5 cards that you're going to pick out. So you pick out your 5 cards, and then on top of that you pick out 3 more cards for your stamina. Then you look at all total of 8 cards. You pick the 5 combo cards that you want to place down, and the other 3 go in your hand for your stamina. During the game, you're going to play these attack cards or defense cards, which is going to whittle your opponent down, and it may force them to lose pretty much one of their stamina or all of their stamina, which is going to inhibit them for playing that they can pull from their combos, I should say. Now, let's look at some of the attack ones here. This is really cool. So you can see armbar. So this card is broken into a couple of things. Number one is how many points it will inflict. The type of card it is here. So this is a grappling card. And the name of the card, this one's called an armbar. Now also you have icons here. Now this here is a hand card or a fist card. And you can see the arrow is pointing down, which means this is played only on the ground only. On top of that, you have an action text, which will tell you what happens with this card. You have a quote too as well. And on some cards, I'm just going to flip through one of these, you have which is called, you have to meet a certain type of criteria to use this card. So for an example, let's see if I can find, okay, low kick. And here we go. So there's the going. So just say during your round for one of your combos you play, this is your body hook. It got some specific text that tells you some action text and it gives you a quote. And just say for your second part of your combo, you play which is a low kick. Now the stipulation for this card is this is only valid if you play a punch card beforehand or a fist card. So when you play that, you're able to play this one too as well. Or this here is a special card with the star. All of this information is explained into the user manual, which is great because you need to be able to know for sure how to play the game, what all the icons mean, all the logos and everything. Everything is explained in explicit detail. It lets you know very, very simply how to play the game. This game was a lot of fun for me. Incredible, incredible game. I love it, love it, love it. So how many of these cards do you have? So you have 50 move cards. So these are called move cards. You are broken up into 25 attack move cards. And you also got 25 defense move cards that you can see here. Now let's take a quick look at the defense cards for this. You have the guillotine again. It's with the hand. It's a ground and pound. You have the damage. It's got a minus. What that means is it tells you right here for the action text of this grappling card. Inflict damage equaled to 2 times the number of valid, and this is a blue icon which we'll have here. So right now this is just a fist card, but you can have icons or cards with other icons such as this blue double arrow one in your opponent's combo prior to this card, and it also has a little bit of text. And that is it for what you get into this core box. Very, very simple, small little game. This game you can play on the road. So if you're doing some traveling, you want to take a board game with you like I do a lot, you know, I don't want to overload my suitcase or what have you with huge game boxes. This game, it's so small you could fit it into a little pocket or a little pocket into your suitcase. You go wherever you're going and you can just pop it out and start playing. Very, very versatile, very compact so you can play it anywhere. It's incredible. Awesome game. That's a quick look out of all the contents that you get inside this box. Incredible game. Uncaged World Fighters by Zemind Games. Now what we're going to do is we are going to go to the mat where Shelly and I are going to duke it out and see if we're going to do some ground and pound or it's going to be a stand-up fight for the entire time. Who's going to be the victor? Is it going to be me or is it going to be Shelly? We're just going to have to wait and find out in this epic battle. It is time to go to the cage for the Uncaged World Fighter Championships. That's right. This game by Zemind Games, it is ready to play. I played this at Fan Expo and I loved it. I fell in love. And the manufacturer, the creator of the game, I played with, and it is from Zemind Games. They're located in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And as you've seen from the unboxing, how excited I am to play this game. I played it twice at the Fan Expo in Canada. And now we are playing it here at BoardGameManiacs. That's right. And I am up against Shelly. Shelly, can you make any predictions about who is going to win in this epic battle between you and I?
Probably you.
Probably me. Oh, what? That you're defeating yourself before you even play the game. You can't do that.
Yeah, I can.
Oh. Okay, let's go and look at the characters. Shelly and I already selected the characters and what we're going to play, and then we're going to have to flip a coin or roll a dice to see who goes first, and they can choose either to defend or to attack. Shelly chose to be Catherine. Now this game that we're playing all comes into the core box set. You can't get the expansions for it. There's 2 expansions, plus we're working on another one for wrestling. I'm excited about that. So Shelly right here is going to be Catherine. Now Shelly's has 3 stamina and her health points are 20. She has a special ability, which is when using Shell, discard 1 card from your hand, cancels all damage from attack cards. Actions from the attack card still apply. They'd call me great if I wasn't amazing. Oh, and that's who Shelly picked out of all of the 4 characters from the core box set. I chosen Thala. She also has stamina of 3 and 20 health points. When in the standing level, you may start your combo with the low kick or high kick card, ignoring their prerequisites. And her little saying is, I would take my shins against your submission any day. That's right. So that is who we're fighting. Thala versus Catherine. And we always start up in the standing position. Now let's hit the mat and see who's gonna win in this epic battle. To determine who goes first, you would usually just flip a coin. But in this case, we're using D20s. Shelly got a D20 of favorite color, purple. What do you have, Shelly?
10.
10. So I have to get higher, and then I can choose either to attack or defend. I got 15.
Of course.
So do you know what I'm going to do, Shelly? I'm going to attack you, and I'm going to go first. You can see here, just for quick reference, we have the rules manual set out here, and we also have the defend deck and the attack deck. I'm choosing to attack, so I take my cards. Shelly is going to take the blue set of cards, which is the defend. Now, what we do into this is we each lay 5 cards out on the table, and we have 3 in our hand, so a total of 8. Now, the 3 cards extra that are in your hand represent your stamina. So you can see each character starts with 3 stamina. So when we play this, during the game, we may have to discard a card to create an effect on a card that is more advantageous so we can get more points. Or one card may force us to discard a card. And when that happens, for every combo after the game, we are going to be reducing stamina. So you can go right down to 0 stamina and you can still fight and win the game. It's just all about strategy and trying to predict what your other opponent is going to play for this. So we all do, again in total, it's 8 cards. We keep 3 in our hand and 5 are on the table. So we're going to set everything up. We put them face down and we always go in order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And for Shelly, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, with this game on Kickstarter, you can get a card mat or a game mat for this, and it has all of the spaces and everything else onto it. It looks really cool, but I just have the core box set to show this off, and that is it. We are ready to rumble. I'm going to pick up my cards, Shelly's going to pick her cards, and we're going to start the battle. Whoa! This is an example of the attack deck. Now you can see it shows different things such as what type of attack it is. This says a low kick. It has a damage of 1 on here. And you have the foot icon, which means it's an attack with your foot, obviously, because it's a low kick. And you have arrows here. The arrow that is highlighted is a white, which means it's a standing attack. If the arrow was highlighted on the bottom, pointing downward, it would mean that is a grappling attack. But because we are starting on the standing attack, the only logical thing to do is play all standing attacks unless there's something a card you can play to sweep them or take them to the mat so that you can start attacking them. So during this turn, if either Shelly or I play anything which is a grappling attack or an attack on the ground, a low attack, and we're still standing, it is going to be void or not able to do it, so we're not going to be able to perform it. On top of that, it tells you what type of card it is, which is an attack, and you have other cards that are grappling. And again, this is all from just the core box set. It does have special text, so for an example, for a low kick, you must follow a valid punch attack or a star card from either player. So for this to work, I would have to have played a punch attack first, and then this would be valid. If I did not, then it would not be valid one bit. And you also have, which is another little subtext that says your opponent must discard a card of their choice. If they cannot discard, inflict +1 damage. So this is a +1 card, and the player must discard one from their hand, taken from their stamina stack. If they choose not to, or if they can't, then this card will go from a +1 damage to a 2 damage attack, which is really awesome. Included into this game, you have the round counter pad. So this game takes up to 3 rounds and 4 combos the first round, 4 more combos second, and third round is 4 more combos, which is a total of 12 combos in total. Each character, as stated, starts with 20 points. And to win this game, it's either going to go to the end of all 3 rounds and you add the total points to see who is going to be the winner, or you can get opponent down to 0 points. And if that opponent has gotten to 0 points, it's mean they are knocked out. Which I definitely think you're gonna be knocked out, Shelly.
No, I think it's gonna be you.
Oh, but like you said that I was gonna win.
Well, you know, I changed my mind.
Oh, you must have some pretty good cards there.
Probably not, but I'm gonna take my chances.
We'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen. So whoever goes 0 points or has more points left after the end of round 3 is the winner. On top of that, you keep track of your hit points. You can see in the card here. Hit points, we start off with 20. I didn't fill that in yet. And then for each round, you're going to keep them and you're going to keep track of score. What we're going to do is we just change it up a little bit. When I went to Fan Expo, I played the creator, and he said that you can always use the D20 dice to keep score track. And that's why we have our 2 D20s here to keep track of our score. So 20 life points we have. So nobody's knocked out. We're full health. We have 3 stamina each, because you can see Shelly has 3 cards here. And I have my 3 cards right here. Now these are only used for stamina and for discarding. So whenever somebody discards, what happens is, just say I have to play one of these cards to create more of an effect, or if Shelly has a card forcing me to discard one so I don't take as much damage, then for the next combo, which I would only have 7 cards instead of 8 cards, because you start off with 8 cards. So 5 on the table and 3 in your hand. But right now, we're starting with 3 in our hand and also 5 on the table. What we did too as well is, with the 5 cards that are laid out face down on the table, I am predicting, because I'm in the attack mode and Shelly's defending, so I'm attacking with these 5 cards, and what Shelly did, she is kind of trying to predict with these 5 moves that she can break my combo and stop me, or just fend off and give me damage every time I try to attack her. Do you think you predict it well?
Probably not. I'm just taking a wild guess.
We'll see. That's right. So we're on to round 1, combo 1. Whoop. Are you ready, Shelly?
Ready as I'm gonna be.
All right. So my first attack or onslaught onto you is going to be, it's a body hook. So you can see here it has no point value, and the reason for that being, it says here on attack, display the top 3 cards of your deck. Inflict +1 damage for every attack card shown. Shuffle the cards back into your deck. I've got lawn chairs that don't fold as easy as you do.
Really?
So these are your extra cards that comes into it. So what I do is, because I'm doing the body hook, I flip over. For every attack card that this reveals, it's an extra damage. So that's 1 point of damage. Second one, 2 points of damage. And I shuffle these cards, honestly, Shelly.
Oh.
And I get a grappling. So that's 2 points of damage coming your way, unless you can do something to counteract.
Well, let's see what happens.
Ooh, you
Counterpunch.
Counterpunch.
Must be revealed against a valid punch card.
And I have a punch card, which is a body hook right here.
The action is cancels the punch card's action and inflicts the base damage you would have taken to your opponent instead. End the combo.
End the combo. Ugh! So that means that because this has no point value, she would inflict damage onto me, but there's no base combat point value here. So that means that I take no points, but that also means you take no points. And one more big thing. The keyword at the end is end the combo. So this here is a combo streak, because we have 4 combos per round. But because you stopped my combo, we don't even get to reveal any more of these cards because of that very, very sneaky counter punch. But I don't get any damage, the same with you. So now what we do in this turn is we have to put all the cards back together, shuffle them all. Now, because I started on the attack and you were on the defense, you pass your defense cards to me and I pass my attack cards to you. We still maintain standing because nothing else was played.
Yep.
No points, and that way I'm defending so you get to attack first. Ugh! We switch sides. Now I am defending. Shelley's going to go first for attack. And one thing I want to mention is that if you run out of stamina cards, you can't discard any cards from your hand. So you're going to take more punches or more kicks, more grappling, and your points are going to drop more and more. Your life points that you start off with 20. If for some reason or another that you have cards and you're like, you know what, I don't like these cards, then what you can do is you can expel one of your stamina cards and call a mulligan and pull out 5 more cards that you can put down. That is something else that you can do, but if you miscount, your opponent can say, hey, you miscounted, so because of that, this is a mulligan, and you have to lose another one of your stamina points, and you're going to have to re-put them out onto the table. Now I'm on the defensive, you're on the offensive. So go ahead, Shelley. Let's see what you did first.
A jab.
Ooh, so it's going to inflict 1 point of damage unless I can block it. It is a fist, and you can either do the jab either standing or laying on the mat. We are standing right now, you can see, so what did I play, I wonder? I can't even remember. Of course I remember. This is a check kick. Must be revealed against a valid foot card, but because this was a jab with the fist, this is invalid. So because of that, I take 1 point of damage because the jab is 1 point. So Shelley, you got the first hit of the game and drops me down to 19 life points right there. Thanks, Shelley. Thanks for punching me in the face. I appreciate it.
No problem.
But you know what happens when somebody punches me in the face? I attack harder. Or in this case, defend more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, Shelley, my jaw's a little sore, but go ahead and see what other thing you're going to do to me. Cross!
Inflict 2 damage if the previous card in the combo was valid and had jab in the title.
Ugh. You know, we're kind of playing this upside down, but, you know, you get the gist of it. Shelley will read the cards because she can't read upside down. It's going to be a little bit of pain.
I can read upside down.
Yeah. You can?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll flip these cards around.
Flip them.
Yeah, just so that they'll be easier on camera.
I can read upside down, it's all good.
Perfect. So yeah, Shelley did a jab for me for 1 point. Now, hopefully I'm going to defend.
Inflict 2 damage if your previous card in the combo was valid and had a jab in the title.
I don't like that card. No, so that's 2 points of damage. Okay, hopefully I did something here to block that. Ooh, counter punch. So this here is a fist that you did, what you cross. So I countered it because, you know, I predicted that that's what was going to happen.
Sure.
So, must reveal against a valid fist card or a punch card, which I did do. Cancel the punch card's action and inflict the base damage you would have taken to your opponent instead and end the combo. So do you know what that means, Shelley? You go down to 19 for your health because that's 1 point of damage too as well.
There we go.
And that means...
Do you feel better now?
I do, because that means that we're tied again for health. And on top of that, I get to attack you now.
No, actually, you end the combo.
Right. So this combo ends, so now we switch back and forth again. And now I'm on the attack and you're on the defense.
But yet you have no idea what I'm saying. For you.
As you could probably tell by now, this game can go by very, very quickly, or it can take a little bit. The average game running time is roughly about half an hour to play. We're going to put this to the test, but again, it's all based on how skilled the player is, or how skilled your fighter is, and so far we're evenly matched. Woo!
Yeah, but you did get a punch in the face.
I know, and so did you.
Yeah, you got it first.
What that means, my counterpunch, is you came into for a swing and I dodged, and I gave you a cross or a counterpunch, and I got you in the face.
Oh, poor baby.
What if you don't have a D20? Well, they do, again, as I said before, give you this handy dandy marking sheet. It has the name of the, Shelley versus Robert, but yours ain't gonna say Shelley versus Robert, obviously. It'll be whatever versus whatever. You can put the characters' names or you can put the player names. Starting off with hit points is 20 each. Both of us got an attack, so we went down to 19. And we are at combo number 3 now, because the first combo circled, second combo, we circled, so we're on combo number 3. We switched, so I'm in the attack. Shelley's in the defense this time. And if you're not sure how to fill this out, in the rules reference book, what's really cool about this, it gives you an example on how to mark the sheet, which is very, very awesome because, you don't need a D20. We're just playing D20. It's just, I find it a lot easier, but you can mark it on that too as well. And as you can tell, I have all of my combos ready for my attack for this combo number 3 for the first round. Shelley's still trying to figure out what it is. And I hope that she's not going to be able to block. Or maybe I'm just on, I may be offensive, but maybe I'm on the defense with the offensive. Who knows? Time will tell. Just a quick reminder too as well that this is on Kickstarter as we speak, and it has, I think, 2 or 3 weeks left into the Kickstarter campaign. Now, if you want to go to the Kickstarter campaign, you can go to the Kickstarter website and search it up, the Uncaged, or you can go to the website ZemindGames.com, and then under the games section, you just have to click onto Uncaged World Fighters, and then you'll see a little button that you can click on, and it'll direct you, I should say, directly to the Kickstarter page where you can purchase it. That is awesome. It's very simple to get to, very easy of a game to play. Because Shelly and I, we played a little bit of a test game off camera before we started this. What would you say? Do you think it's pretty easy to play this game, the rules?
It's easy, you just gotta read the cards.
That's right. It's all about reading the cards. There's no dice into this unless you want to use D20 just to keep the your points that way for your hit points. But I'm at the game because you know what? I am just delaying the inevitable of me going to take you down in this Uncaged. This is my first attack into my combo. Oh, and I give you a jab. Here's the lead. So what are you gonna do, Shelly?
You may switch one unrevealed card in your combo with another unrevealed card in your combo. If you do, your opponent may do the same.
So pretty much these are unrevealed because this is her combos right here. She could peek at these secretly if she can't remember, and she could switch like this card with this one, but not flip it over or what have you. And if she chose to do that, it gives me the ability to do that too as well. I already have mine set up and what I planned. So Shelly, are you going to switch any, or are you just going to leave it like it is?
I'm just going to leave it like it is.
So because you left it like it is, now I have a point value of 1. You did not defend that. So that means you take 1 hit, so you're down to 18. My job was successful. Let's see what I'm doing.
My jaw hurts a little.
Your jaw hurts a little bit?
Just a little bit.
I'm sorry, but you know what? I'm not sorry, because I'm going to take you down even more. Let's see what else. Ooh, this is a high kick for hits value of 2. And the stipulation for this is must follow a valid fist or star card from either player. Now, you played the star card, so just say for instance I never played this jab at first, this would still be valid because you played this one before. But because of that, it is still valid because I planned it for the jab. So that takes 2 hits, and the automatic is reveal your hand, inflict +1 damage for each grappling card in your hand. But before that happens, now you can reveal, I can reveal my grappling cards before Shelly. So let me take a look at these. I don't even know if I have a grappling card. No. So I don't have a grappling card in my hand. I'm not going to reveal it to you, what cards I have. So it's just 2 damage on you right now. So are you going to defend it? Oh, you forgot what card you put down there. Sprawl. So this is a combo breaker. And this, you must be revealed against a valid arrow one, but I didn't have an arrow one. May be used if no level change was attempted. Cancel its action and the combo. That is the automatic, but this defense card that you played is not valid. This sprawl did not work for me, so you take an extra 2 more points. So what are you down to now, Shelly?
16.
16 to 19. Oh, I'm feeling good.
Not for long.
On to the next part of my combo attack. What am I doing? Oh, it's a cross. And the arrows you see here, it's either standing or it could be on the mat, and we're still standing because of this. And this says inflict +2 damage if your previous card in the combo was valid and had in a jab title.
Nope.
No jab title.
No jab title.
Because of high kick, but it still gives me 1 damage to you.
Was valid and had the jab in it. So it's got 2 components to it.
Right, so inflict +2 damage if the previous card is in the combo with was valid and had a jab.
So it doesn't have a jab. It was valid, but it didn't have jab.
Right, so I only hit you for 1, not +2 damage would be 3. So are you going to defend into this? Ooh, check kick. I didn't kick you.
Must be revealed against a valid kick card.
Right, so therefore you take 1 more point of damage. Jeez, this is getting pretty quick. So you're down to 15. Ooh.
Could be my whole plan too. You know.
What, to lose?
Yeah.
Right.
You have to have goals.
True.
Win or lose, you're still having fun.
It is a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun with this. And let's reveal the next one. This is a long clip, but you know what? Fighters don't take a break. So I did a high kick. Must follow a valid fist or star card for either player. So this was a cross with the fist, so this is valid. So it's gonna hit you for 2 points. Reveal your hand. Inflict +1 damage for each grappling card you have in your hand, but I don't have any grappling cards. So right now this is 2 points of damage coming towards you. Are you going to defend, Shelly?
Maybe.
Oh,
maybe not.
Tension is building here. Sprawling.
Nope.
Nope. So you take 2 more points of damage. Wow, I'm doing awesome in this. Whew. Oh boy.
And you were all worried when you got punched in the face.
Well, maybe I was just playing the game.
At the beginning.
The mind game. Because when I was in competition fighting martial arts, physically fighting them is only half the game. You have to do a little bit of mind tricks too as well.
Right.
That's right. And apparently it's working so far. Yeah, because you're down to 13. Oh yeah. 1 more card in my combo. What is it? I can't even remember what it is. Oh, it's a hip toss, and you can play this. You gotta be standing up, and we are standing up. So what the hip toss says, it must be the last card in your combo, and it is. Change to the ground level. You've fallen and you can't get up. So I'm going to drop you to the ground if you did not defend. Let's see, Shelly. Did you defend? Ooh, it's a sweep. So discard, otherwise the card is invalid. Discard a card, otherwise the card is invalid. Right. And it is grappling. Now, because I'm dropping you to the ground, we're standing up right now. So I'm doing a hip toss. So this would be defending me to stop me from putting you on the ground, but because you played it and this is a ground card, this is not valid. So it don't matter if you discard or not.
And I don't have a grappling card anyway.
No. And also for the automatic don't work too as well. So then you take 1 more point to damage, which brings you down to 12. And also, we are on the mat now. Whoa, so you see that? I comboed you for 2 rounds. I knocked you down. I'm like, okay, I'm wearing you down, and we're going to the mat for some ground and pound. So now it's time for me to defend. We are on to combo number 4 in the first round. Are you ready for this, Shelly?
Yep.
Oh boy, and you are attacking, and we are on the ground. So Shelly, reveal what you are going to hit me with. Oh, a jab. Here's the lead, but oh, this jab is the double, so that is still valid, and you would hit me for 1 point if I don't counter it. This is a sprawl, and it's a combo. I mean, it's a breaker, so I can play it standing or on the ground. You must reveal against a valid arrow card may be used even if no level change was attempted. Cancel its action, end of combo.
I think you just got punched in the face.
Why do you say that? Because you hit me, it does have the 2 arrows onto it.
And you got a point down.
I know, and I did a sprawl, and it's valid against the 2 arrow thing, which is right here.
Really?
Okay, I'm interviewing you right now. You hit me for a jab and hit me in the face and dropped me down to 18.
Yes, I did.
So how does that make you feel?
Don't know yet.
You don't know yet?
I'll let you know.
All right, fine. Okay, Shelly, flip it over. See what other damage you did for me. Ooh, this is a cross. Inflict +2 damage if your previous card in the combo was a valid and had a jab, and you did. So this would be a 3 card here for me. This is horrible. So you can hit me for potentially for 3 damage, unless this card here is gonna protect me. And it's a grappling, or it's a sweep, I should say. Discard a card, otherwise this card is invalid. So I have to discard one from my hand to block this. If it don't block it, I'm gonna take 3 damage. But guess what? This is the end of the first round, and my stamina goes back up to the full 3 at the start of the next round. So guess what? I am discarding a card to stop you from doing any other damage. Nope.
Aw, poor baby.
I chose to discard a card from my hand, so right now I only have 2 stamina. But I knew that I was going to be harder to defend against you this turn. And because of that, it was the end. It's the last round, or the last combo in round 1. So I kind of planned onto that. And you'll see what else I planned on in a minute. Play your next attack card. Armbar. Ooh, ow, my arm is hurting already. And it's a 2 damage. You may discard any number of cards. For each card discard, inflict +1 damage to your opponent. Oh! So your full stamina is 3. You can pretty much discard your 3 cards, and that would give me a total damage of 5 unless I can counter it. What are you gonna do, Shelly? I think it would be very advantageous.
I just don't know. No. I don't.
To not do anything.
No. You don't make the decisions for me.
No,
here.
I'm not trying to make the decision for you.
So, since we are at close to the end of
Yes,
round 1.
but you have to think before you discard. Do I have any cards here
I have no
that will
idea.
force you to discard one from your hand?
Even if
to
I
block
don't,
it.
it just means I have 1 less card the next round. So I am discarding
All 3?
3 cards.
So that gives me a total of 5 damage I have to defend against.
Yeah.
I honestly can't remember what card this is. That was a really good card, I have to say, that you played. Luckily, I did a sprawl. Must be revealed against a valid double arrow.
Which you don't have.
Which you did not play. You only played a down one, so it is going to hurt me. Oh, this is bad. So now I take 5 damage.
What is-
5
What?
damage.
What does that bring you down to now,
So
honey?
right now I'm at 18. So 18 take away 5.
I think that brings you down to 13, which is only 1 more than what I'm sitting at.
That's right.
Mr. Oh yeah, I'm only at 18 points.
That was a good card, I have to say. And this is what happens when fighters get cocky in the ring. They're like, God, you know what? I'm going to take it easy because I'm putting the ground and pound onto them. But in this case, my cockiness was my downfall.
And you're playing against your wife.
Yes, my wife is, pretty close to kicking my butt. All right, Shelly, play your next attack.
Aww.
Ooh, knee bar, and it's 4 points. Reduce the damage of this card by 1 for each card in your opponent's hand. I have 2. So that 4-point attack.
Reduce the damage of this card by 1 for each card in your opponent's hand.
So this would bring it down to 2. So you're still gonna hit me for 2 unless I can block this. Oh, please let me do something good here. Please, please, please. This is a shell. Discard 1 or more cards, otherwise this card is invalid. For each card discarded, reduce the damage from your opponent's attack card by 2. This action from the attack can still apply. Card still applies. So that means I have 2 cards here. For every one of these cards I discard, it reduces the attack by 2. So right now, it's at 4. So if I discard 1, it's only a 2 attack. Now, if I leave it like that, it's going to reduce it to 2 from 1, it's going to be 1, so I take 1 point of damage unless you force me to discard this one. But guess what? I'm going to discard both of them, which means you do not do any damage to me. That was a lucky, lucky defense move on my part. This is just a correction here, so Shelly and I kind of just read the cards a little bit more carefully. So I originally was going to discard the 2 of them, but because I had the shell, I discard 1, and it reduces the attack by 2 for 1. So then the 4 would go to 2, but I'm still keeping the 1 in my hand, so this 4 would go to 2, which would go to 1. So Shelly still hits me for 1 point of damage. We're on to the last attack card for me. You're beating me up this round, Shelly.
No.
Really bad.
We've been fighting evenly now.
Yeah, we're 12 apiece, I know. So let's see if you're going to do any other damage. Single leg takedown. Discard 1 or more grappling cards, otherwise this card is invalid. You don't have any.
No, card's
so that
invalid.
is invalid. So I might be able to take you for a point with this one, but I honestly can't remember what I played. Ooh. Good corner. You may switch 1 unrevealed card in your combo with another unrevealed card in your combo. But as you can see, nothing here. So we are tied at the end of round 1, 12 points apiece. So what happens now, Shelly, with the end of this round, because you can see we're keeping track here. So combo number 4 finished round 1. So when we go on to round 2, what happens is we go back to standing. So it switches back over, and we go back up to our full stamina, which is 3. So we're back up to 8 cards. And then we just start attacking. Now, another stipulation into the rules is that if the last person who did the last combo, and it was, you obviously were successful, that you attacked me, this round 2, you attack me again before I can defend. Ouch. It's alright. That's alright, because you know what, we're standing now, and you're gonna take some...
You're the only one standing. I seem to be able to fight you sitting down.
Let's go on to round 2. While Shelly's trying to figure out her attack for round 2, this is combo number 5, round 2, the start of round 2. While she's doing that, I already got mine all picked out. I'm going to cut the footage there just for the time being, so that we can play a little bit off camera, so this video is not too long when we're playing, even though the game will roughly take about a half an hour to play, no big deal. But when one of the scores a hit, I will come back and we'll show what it is and what our point value is going to be. Is Shelly going to knock me down even more, or am I going to be able to successfully defend Shelly's attacks? We will see in this round 2 combo number 5. During combo number 5 for round 2, kind of sounds like a name of a song, combo number 5. But Shelly played a high kick, and it was attack. Must follow a valid fist or star card from either player. She played this previously, so this is valid. It's a point value of 2 for the attack. Reveal your hand. Inflict +1 damage for each grappling card you have in your hand. Shelly does not have any grappling cards, so she hits me for 2. And I countered it with a check kick, because I figured she was going to try to play like a kick card, so it did pay off for me. So must reveal against a valid kick card, which it was a check kick. But the automatic on this card is cancel the kick card's action and inflict 2 damage on your opponent. You still take the base damage from the card and the combo. So that means this combo is done. So Shelly's going to hit me for 2 points, because this is the base value, plus 2 as well. Even though I checked her kick, I still take the 2 damage that she gave me, but Shelly, you take 2 points of damage. So it leaves us still tied 10 to 10. But you know what this means though? I stopped the combo. So we go on to combo number 6, because it says here, end the combo. Boom! So now I am finally onto the attack again.
Aww.
Hopefully I will do some damage to you. We'll see though. Playing this game, I did realize I am not going from the exact terms that are in the book. So this A I said is automatic. It's not considered automatic. It is action. That's right. So the A is action. This here is a combo breaker icon. And on top of that, you have, this is a kick. This is a punch. And you have a star, which is here. And this is your special. So just so we're aware of that, that is what all of them icons means. And how did we find out what each of them icons mean, Shelley?
We read the manual.
That's right. Everything is in the manual. It shows you a nice picture of the card and it goes over what everything means.
And this here is combo requirements.
Right, the requirements. Because you have the top part of your card is a requirement has to be met. And then you have your action, which is the second part of the card. Just so we're aware, I'm probably going to keep calling it something different into this video, but just bringing it to everybody's attention, the proper names, it is in the book too as well. We are on to combo number 6 for round 2, and I have played the body hook. Now, the action is display the top 3 cards of your deck, inflict +1 damage for every attack card shown, shuffle the cards back into your deck. So what I did is I flipped over the top 3 from my cards, and lo and behold, there was 3 action cards because it said, or 3 attack cards because it says attack right there. So that's 3 points of damage going towards Shelley. Now, a good thing to point out here is from the text of the card, which is proper, you don't go by what each value of each attack card is. It's just each attack card is worth a +1 damage. So this here is, you know, this symbol here is whatever the action is going to be. So that's 3 points for Shelley. So Shelley played a sprawl card, which is a combo breaker. Now, the only way this card, this defense card, will be valid is if it's played against the double purple arrow, which would be up here, but this is a combo card. And I don't have a double purple arrow. This is a punch card or a fist card. So because of that, Shelley takes 3 points of damage, which brings her down to 7 points. Ooh, Shelley, that's only a 3-point lead I have. It's not a lot, but it may be enough to get me a little bit further ahead so that I can keep going with these attacks. Time will tell. Hopefully, just hopefully, I'm going to knock you down for some more. Let's continue on the standing fighting at the Uncaged World Fighters Championship match in the world. That's my son of the crowd sharing, in case you're wondering.
Oh, okay.
We are on the second part for this, and I played the high kick, which you have to play. It's only valid if you do a fist attack. Now with this high kick, it says the requirements must follow a valid punch or star or special card from either player. So I did this, so it is valid, so it's 2 points, but it also has an action. Reveal your hand, inflict +1 damage for each grappling card. So right now it is worth 2 points. But look at this, Shelley, what I have. 3 grappling cards in my hand. So that means this went from a 2 attack to a 5 attack. So you have to defend the 5 damage that I'm hitting you with. So let's see what happens. I like the look on your face, but it looks like it's despair on your face. Oh, this is a shell card. Discard 1 or more cards, otherwise this card is invalid. So the action of this is for each card discarded, reduce the damage from your opponent's attack by 2 action. But the base game still attacks. So right now, the base is 2 for this. So no matter what, you're taking 2. But for every card that you discard from your stamina, it drops this 5 attack down. So you're going to discard any from your hand so that it's going to reduce the 5.
Yeah, I did 2.
So that means it's 4. So therefore, you would only take 3 hits. But you're forgetting one thing though. Your special ability on your card. When using shell, which you just did, discard 1 card from your hand, cancels all damage from the attack. So you don't have to discard all of them cards. You only have to discard 1 from your hand. So if you discard one from your hand, what happens is that all attack is gone. Shelly, you just played that shell card and you avoided all damage from me. So my 5-point attack to you, you whittle down to 0. It's like I went to attack you and you turned to like super flash and just dodged everything. So therefore, the score is still 10-7. I am got a little tiny lead. If you didn't play that shell card, that would have been very detrimental to you. But, you know, you predicted what I was doing. Very clever. Luckily, my next card I played was a cross, and it was for 1 point of damage. Now, it said inflict +2 damage if your previous card in the combo was a valid jab, but it wasn't a jab, it was a high kick. You can see up here. So Shelly would take 1 point of damage. She played a sprawl card, but it was only against the one with the 2 arrows, and it's a purple. So, like, this is a combo one. That one there, it's a different card. So because of that, Shelly does take 1 point of damage and drops you down to 6. I'm slowly gaining more and more ahead of you. But I'm not getting cocky because proved me last round that by being cocky just hurt me really bad. So I'm being a wise
old man.
Offensive? What? That's not very nice. I'm being a wise, offensive, plus defensive player at the same time. That's what I was going to say, not a wise old man. Nah, that's not very nice at all. Oh, you love this. You love every bit of it. See, Shelly's not much of a board game person or even like a card game player or anything like that. But when she has a chance to, you know, hurt me, in a game that is, obviously, not in real life, but to take me down in a game, she's all up for it. Because she likes to hurt her husband in games. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Is that wise old man?
Okay, let's go on with the game, shall we? On my next move, I played a low kick. It had to be valid for a punch, or the cross for this case. So it was valid because this did go through. So this one here, it's going to take a 1 point damage, but it also has the action of, you know, jeez. I'm just getting all worked up here because I got you for another point, hopefully. For the action, your opponent must discard a card of their choice. If they cannot discard, inflict a +1 damage. So the one low kick would be a 2, but you discarded one of your cards, so I dropped it down to just one more. So now you are at 5 points. 5 points, Shelly. You're 5 away from getting to 0, which means that I will win, but things can happen. You don't know. I'm not being cocky here, even though in my head I'm celebrating, jumping up and down, but in reality, I'm just taking my time and being wise. One thing I want to point out, we are on the last combo number 8 for round 2, but where Shelly discarded 2 cards from her hand, which means for picking this up, yeah, she only has 1 stamina left. So 5 cards for your base, and then the stamina, which is 1. Me, on the other hand, I'm lucky and I have all 8 cards. This is just pure luck for me, strategizing. But now I am on the defense, as you can see, and Shelly's favorite thing is on the attack. Oh, I'm in trouble. For the last combo of round 2, Shelly played her high kick. Now, I was assuming she was going to play a jab if she had it and then follow it up with a kick, because when you play a kick that's followed by the jab, you're going to get extra bonuses. So she did that, but I was assuming, I was predicting that's what happened because I played my check kick. So I checked her kick, so it blocked her high kick and it canceled the kick's action and inflict 2 damage to your opponent. But I still take the base damage of that combo kick. So Shelly hits me for 2, and I countered it and hit Shelly for 2, and also it stops the combo. So that ends round 2. So we are sitting at Shelly's 3, you're at 3, and I'm at 8. So I'm still ahead by just a margin. This round 3 now, it could be anybody's game. This is for all the bag of marbles. Hopefully, my fighter will come out on top with this last round. We'll see. We are going to be battling this right to the end of the bell. Possibly, or one of us may get some lucky shots off and knock the other person out. Let's find out. We started round 3. It is the last round. We are on combo number 9. But Shelly decided to do something. What she decided to do was the mulligan. Now this was her choice of mulligan. And as I said previously into the video, what Shelly did is she looked at her cards. She said that she didn't like what defense cards she had. So she took the 5 and she shuffled them back into the deck, and she had to take one of her stamina, because this is round 3, it's the top of round 3, combo number 9. She had 3 stamina starting. She had to discard one of her staminas. What she did do, what left her with 2 stamina, and she pulled 5 more cards. Now, she mulliganed not once, but twice. So now she only has 1 stamina left, and she has her 5 cards laid out. Now she's planning. I made my selection. I didn't mulligan. My cards weren't the greatest, but I just tried to just keep it the way it is. This game is very, very close so far. And I have to say, this game is very enjoyable. I really like this game. I'm a big MMA fan. Shelly, what do you think about this game so far? Do you like playing this game? Do you like trying to attack your husband and beat him to a pulp? In the game, that is.
A little. This is what he gets for getting me to play games.
Yes, you seem to be enjoying yourself though, because you get this very, very big smile on your face every time you inflict damage to me.
Well, because you're making me play games that I'm not really, really interested in playing, but I do it because I love you. And if this is what I have to do, is beat the crap out of you while I do it, well,
and you have fun doing it, because this game is, again, I like this game a lot.
You really do.
And I think you're kind of enjoying this game.
I don't mind it.
Don't mind us? All right, so let's go on to this last round. I'm predicting that it's going to be very close up to the end.
I'm predicting I'm probably going to beat that 0 shortly.
We will see. We will see. During this last round, my first attack was a jab for 1 point of damage. Shelly played the single leg takedown. Discard one or more card from you, otherwise the card is invalid. Now, you can block me with this one. Now, the action of this card is change levels. Your opponent may discard the same number of grappling cards as you did to cancel the level change. So if I wanted to pretty much, well, I'm just still standing and I'm punching you, and you are trying to do a single leg takedown. So this is a level changer, the single leg takedown. You don't block my damage of my jab of hitting you, but what you can do is, because you'll have 1 stamina left in your hand, you can change it to a ground and pound with your 1 stamina by discarding it, or you can say, you know what, we're just gonna duke it out by standing for this round.
Go bare knuckles all the way to the end, right?
And that's, you could.
All right, we're going bare knuckles all the way.
So you're not going to discard your 1 stamina?
I got 1 stamina left.
All right.
Sticking with it.
Oh, so you do take the 1 damage. It brings you to 2, and I'm at 8. Let's continue on to see who wins this epic battle. Woo.
Here's a 0.
The second the second card I played was a cross. Now this here is an attack card, inflict +2 damage if your previous card in the combo was valid, which it was because it did go through, and had a jab in the title. So this was a jab for the title. So this is valid. So this attack is not a 1 attack, it is a 3 attack, because it's a +2 to the 1, which is 3. For Shelly's defense, she played her second wind, which is a grappling card.
Because she had nothing else.
No. And because of that, unfortunately for you, that drops you down to
Well, look, I've got 2
0.
left. You've got 1.
Nice try. Nice try. And that is it. Like, this here was our first game on camera of Uncaged. Again, we kind of did a trial run of this, just very little of a trial run before we played this. So I did play 2 more games than you. This is your first game. And unfortunately, I did beat you, but only...
But I did predict something.
What did you predict?
That you would beat me.
Oh, so at the first you said that I was going to win, and then I recall like 2 more clips after that, you said that I may not win.
Well, you got a little scared there when your points dropped.
Yeah, you hit me for a good whack, and it just dropped me right down, and I thought that was it.
Bring you back down a couple of levels.
Yes, it was a very close game until the end. I did manage to pull out the win, but just barely. But even still, a win is a win. And that means that I took you out. I beat Catherine. Well, not me, but my character beat Catherine for this game of Uncaged. That is it. That is all it wrote. So the tale of the tape reads, the winner goes to the name of my character, which is Thela. That is right. Who beat Catherine. We were both lightweight, and we were pretty matched with the same amount of stamina, the same health points, which is 20. One thing I'd like to add out is the expansions that you can get. You can buy, like, I think it's Brilliant Jiu-Jitsu and Kung Fu, which you can get into it like middleweights and heavyweights. Now the middleweights, the difference between that and the lightweights is not just that they're heavier, but they're in a different class. They have less stamina because they're heavier, so they have 2 stamina, and I think they have like 25 hit points if I'm not mistaken. And then you can also get the heavyweights, which has 1 stamina and 30 hit points. Now it could be a little less, but I do know that the stamina is reduced with your heavyweight and middleweight as opposed to your lightweight. So Shelly, since we finished this game, I know you're not a gamer, and you know, like, you're playing this because you love me, but since we finished this game, would you play it again?
Maybe. No, I'd play it again. It's very easy. It's, you know, just read your cards.
That's right.
And
read
hope you
your
get
cards.
good hands. Because otherwise, you're doing them all.
Yes. So if we were actually in combat and fighting in the ring, I could tell right away that you'd be more of an offensive player, not a defensive player, because you do better when you are attacking.
Well, yeah. Most people do.
I don't know. Yes and no, I guess. Oh boy. But in any case, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I love this game. I'm going to definitely want to get the expansions. I'm going to get the customized card mat to play this. Remember, everybody, this game is on Kickstarter right now for a little bit more time. You can go to the website for ZemindGames.com. You can click on the upper right hand corner for games, and you will find Uncaged, where you can find the link to the Kickstarter campaign. Click on it, and you can pledge for this locally owned and created Ontario, Canada game that was made. This is incredible that was made here. Like, such a great game, and it was made locally. I love supporting local game manufacturers and creators, but they do ship everywhere. As I can tell, all the information is on their Kickstarter campaign and also onto their main website. Again, it's ZemindGames.com. You can go there, find out all the information. Also, the link for this here game to buy back it and buy the core game, and also the expansions are on there too as well. This is an awesome game. I can't say anything bad about this game except for that I want a rematch. Well, it's not a rematch, I won, but I want to battle you again to see if my winning streak continues, or will you ground and pound me to a pulp and win the next time? Will you play me again at one point? Will you?
At one point, I will play you again.
So there's going to be a challenge. No, just not today. So I hope you enjoyed the game. BoardGameManiacs, great card game. Very simple to play. Artwork is phenomenal. The artist did a great job. The mechanics are very sound in playing this. There's no problem getting through this game. Your average game, again, will run you roughly about 30 minutes. This video is probably going to be a little bit longer because it is the unboxing at the beginning of this video. Plus, we're explaining how the game plays. But once everybody plays the game, like maybe about half an hour, you'll be done winning or losing, depending on, you know, what you do. Till next time, BoardGameManiacs, have fun, play some games, back this Kickstarter campaign by Zemind Games. Uncaged is the name of this game. Uncaged World Fighters. So until next time, be a maniac!